live here. We thought we would come to you with the breaking news, the big news that we kind of predicted yesterday in our video that we posted pretty late, that the mask restrictions at Disneyland for vaccinated guests basically has been lifted for the 15th. We had a feeling this was going to happen. They just put out minutes ago this whole thing. They made a statement about what is basically happening. Let me see here. Is anybody in this chat that I'm missing? There we go. Hi guys. So yeah, let me get into that in a second. I'll let you guys kind of get in here, and I will read the statement that Disney had just put out minutes ago. Katie frantically called me from the market and was like, "It just happened. It happened." And I'm like, "Oh yeah." So I got to tell you guys, this is amazing. If you watched yesterday's video, or maybe you didn't, we walked around the park and basically at Disneyland Park and showed, all the distancing markers, the signage, the plexiglass, the things that we've kind of gotten used to over the past couple of months here, or for some folks in Florida, over a year. But these things are now being lifted as of tomorrow, the 15th of June. We knew this day was coming. We knew the state was going to lift restrictions as far as the colored tier system is no longer. And so what does that mean for Disneyland? And we kind of touched on it yesterday, what we thought it would mean. And we were so surprised. We were kind of hinged on it. We heard some rumors and we thought it has to be. There's got to be, it has to give. There's no way, because we heard potential alignment with the East Coast. And so when you say alignment, that means kind of equal. And so we skipped that step at Disneyland. So here, let me read really quick. Got to put on my specs. I'm going to read from the laptop. Forgive me. This is as of June 14th. As more people are vaccinated and the nation is turning the corner on this pandemic, we are encouraged that COVID-19 health and safety guidelines set forth by the CDC and the state and local officials are being adjusted and eased. Keeping with our thoughtful approach to health and safety measures and taking into consideration these new recommendations, we're making some changes for the guests effective June 15th in conjunction with the reopening of California's economy. Guest experience, we are excited to welcome out-of-state guests beginning June 15th, which we knew that was coming, right? We saw that coming. It will also discontinue the requirement for on-site temp checks. Now, we kind of saw that coming too. We mentioned that. I don't even know if we mentioned it in our video yesterday. I don't know if I added that part in. The state has also removed the physical distancing requirements with respect to guests, so we will allow guests to self-determine distancing. So that's at your discretion if you feel it necessary to create a little more space between you and some other guests. That is your right and completely respected, and I think that's a good thing. As far as face coverings, here's the big one. This one, we weren't sure if this was going to happen. We had a good feeling about it, and we were trying to stay positive and glass half full about it. And sure enough, starting June 15th, face coverings will no longer be required for fully vaccinated guests, both indoors and outdoors. Guests ages 2 and up who are not fully vaccinated must continue wearing face coverings indoors, except when dining. It also says, while guests will not be required to show proof of vaccination, vaccinated guests will self-attest that they are in compliance prior to entry. So it's honor system. In addition, all guests will need to attest that they are aware of the state of California's strong recommendation that guests be fully vaccinated or receive a negative COVID-19 test prior to entering the theme parks when making their Disneyland Resort theme park reservations. When Toy Story parking lot reopens on June 18th, all guests, regardless of vaccination status, will be required to wear an appropriate face covering while on the bus from Toy Story to the appropriate spot at the park. So there you go. That's the big one. And as we mentioned in our video and we showed you yesterday, all the markers are going to go away. Let me get to this super chat here. Tatum, thank you for the $5. Do you think all dates will open up tomorrow for purchase? Thank you for informing us. Much love to you and Katie. Thanks, Tatum. I'm assuming that's going to happen. I don't know. I don't have any hard information on that, but my guess is that the capacity is going to go up. They're going to allow more tickets to go on sale. I'm guessing. Let's hope, right? Also, Katie had kind of made a good point about capacity in the fact that they are allowed to go 100%, but will they ease into that, considering they're not fully staffed as of yet? They're building towards that. I've heard rumor that it's been difficult to get people back, as well as fill positions that need to be filled. So they're doing it incrementally. So I don't know if they're going to jump right to 100. Maybe they'll ease into it. I think that'd be smart. But I don't know as far as tickets go. Is that going to create a lot of new open spots? I'm hoping. Hopefully they'll bring back the trams. Cheryl says, "Yeah, I know. I haven't heard anything about the trams, and it's odd because it's open air. So I don't think it's a safety thing. I think it might be a personnel thing, because doesn't it take like for each tram, isn't it like 3 people? There's a driver, somebody in the middle, and somebody in the back, or is it 2 people? I feel like there's more personnel involved in more cast members required to create that type of thing. Do you think it will bring back the show and let us hug characters? See, that was my question yesterday about characters. Thanks, Emily. Was the character interaction going to change, and were you allowed to kind of make contact with them as we did before, like hug them or have close photos, as opposed to these distanced situations? That'll be interesting to see how they deal with that. Amy Riley says, "I missed the beginning of the live. Are they dropping the mask mandate?" Yes, Amy, they are dropping. If you've just arrived, I know people are still kind of filtering in. The mask mandate has been lifted for vaccinated guests. It's an honor system situation, so they're trusting that you, in everyone's best interest as well as yourself, honor that. And if you are not vaccinated, that you have a negative test result. That was another stipulation. They're not going to ask for proof, but again, it's honor system is how they're doing that. How much does it cost to get into both parks? It varies by day and by level. There's different levels of tickets. You can get a single, you can get a park hopper, and then there's higher days. I think there's days that cost more, if I'm not mistaken. I know it used to be like that. But let's see if there's anything else that it says in this announcement. Theme Park Reservations, as we continue to welcome guests back to our parks, we will continue to do so through our reservation system, which was implemented due to capacity limits when the parks reopened. Please continue to check Disneyland.com for more detailed information on the latest updates. So basically, they're saying they're going to stick with the reservation system even once they get to 100%. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out, and when it'll be kind of back to an old thing. Maybe they like having the reservation system because they can really plan and see how many people are going to be there, and they can adjust their cast member levels accordingly. I don't know. I heard somebody say that at one point, which kind of made a little bit of sense to me. From a business standpoint, I guess it makes sense. From a guest standpoint, it makes it difficult because those days of just kind of, let's go to the park, on a last minute decision are few and far between. Calliope sends $5 and says, "Love you both. Will the booths be open to purchase tickets?" I don't know. That's a good question. We'll have to definitely see. It'd be nice, but that again, that's considering that the reservation system goes away, because I don't know if you'll be able to do anything past the reservations online. Somebody's home.
Hello.
Katie's back. She's going to join the live stream. This info is on the Disneyland website, Disneyland.disney.go.com. This is official news from Disney. Gabriella says, "I'm hoping for a 12 a.m. closing time." Yeah, I know. That's what I've been saying. I think we heard some rumors that it might extend soon, but we'll keep you posted on that. Oh, here she comes from her straight from the workout.
Yeah! No more masks!
No more masks.
Bye! I'm gonna burn the... Just kidding.
Wow.
No, I really don't want masks anymore. Okay, so here's something, though, I did want to point out.
Yeah, have you been listening?
I did.
Okay, good.
I was also answering whilst parking and whatnot. Okay, so... first things
A
first.
lot of energy happening right now.
Dude, I know you're all calm and cute.
Well, because
by the way, look how cute you look with your glasses on. Can you just have those on all the time?
No, I had to read.
Yes, you're adorable.
I want to get different frames. I don't like these frames.
I think you're so cute. I'm
well.
sorry, but you're the most handsome guy ever.
Well,
okay.
Let's change this
okay, back
subject
to
matter.
This. Okay, so what we're talking about here, I'm seeing a lot of people going, yeah, but unvaccinated guests are going to attest and they're going to lie. It's very easy to do so. This is kind of just a protocol. The reality, you need to kind of step back and go back into reality. Not everyone's going to get vaccinated. Not everybody can get vaccinated. So yes, you are going to have people lying, but that's why we've been trying to get to this point of a semi-herd immunity, because if a majority of people are vaccinated, you don't need to worry. You will never minimize complete risk. It won't happen. So if you hear people saying, yeah, but I know that person's not vaccinated and they're not wearing a mask, you don't need to. You will not have that. It doesn't exist in reality. So get that out of your head. If that's in your head, that everyone is going to be vaccinated, that if you have to be vaccinated in order to be at Disneyland or a theme park for the rest of your life, you're going to have a very, very unfortunate situation on your hands. It does not exist, because not only are people going to not only get vaccinated or not get vaccinated, but some people have already had the virus, so they have some sort of immunity. At some point, I guess that's why the big point is, though, the sunglasses are adding a slightly hilarious dimension to this. I love that. So that's what my point is. The best thing you could do is wash your hands. Try not to just like breathe all over people. If you are feeling like sick, don't go to a park. And that is a thing, though, that we talked about in our video yesterday, is wear your mask. Like, if you're not feeling good, wear it.
Real quick, so it doesn't go away. Michael, thank you for the donation. Preach, Katie. She says, so happy, guys. Also, Darnell, says, I'm just hoping they bring back inside lockers. Thank you for the donation. I think they will.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things that we have not been able to experience are gonna come back.
Kenzie sends $5 and says, I love you guys, I miss you, but so excited because this time next week I'll be there. I know, for your birthday fun.
Yeah.
Rebecca sends $5 and says, hi Katie, we are fans from the Periscope days. Oh dang.
Wow.
We love both of you. Going to Walt Disney World with my daughter Veronica for her sweet 16 and 52 days. Well,
That's
happy
awesome.
early
Wow.
birthday.
Sweet 16.
So another thing that I'm
having my 16th coming up at Disneyland as well.
Your 16th? Oh, yeah.
Well, I will be.
Okay. So that's another thing. We need to also, like, but I can't read your name, but it starts with a B, said we need to normalize wearing masks. If you can wear a mask and, you know, you got just a little bit of the sniffles or something, like, just wear a mask. It's not a big deal anymore. I feel good about it. Ashley sends $5 and says, so do kids have to wear them since they can't get the vaccine? No. They specifically said that children under the age of 2, is that what it said?
It said 2, yeah.
Okay, and it said no, right? Now you have to remember, this is another thing where public health has kind of failed us in California specifically, and actually I'd say United States of America. Children are as how do I say this? They're very unlikely to be the spreaders of this particular virus. They're about as dangerous as a vaccinated grandma and grandpa. So to kind of put that into perspective. Now, everybody's health situation is different. So you just kind of have to go that way and do the best to evaluate for your family and, you know, your kids, I guess.
Ethan says, will they still be required on rides? No.
Nope.
No.
Only transportation.
Yeah, when you're in, you know, a bus from Toy Story. Main Street Matt is here. Great news today. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, everyone. Yes, Main Street Matt. We're going to be able to sit on the porch without a mask.
Michelle sends $5 and says, thank you for all you do. I love your videos. Well, thank you so much. So yeah, we should be getting, so now, Sassy, no social distancing. That's kind of up to you. You have to kind of...
Right, and they've said that in the actual message. If you feel like you need to create space, you're more than within your rights as a guest at Disneyland to probably tell people, hey, do you mind and could I just have a little space? And I think you're going to see probably a little bit of that, because I have noticed that it already became a little bit laxed at Disneyland, like it did at Walt Disney World, which I'm fine with, where people are getting closer and kind of ignoring the distance markers. And you could feel that some people are comfortable with it and some aren't, and that's going to be a little while till people kind of, relearn almost how to be around each other. So, have respect for people that maybe do feel a little weird about it, because, that's
scary.
and you don't want to be, part of freaking people out, and give them their space, and don't be rude about it, and don't, politicize it, and just be like, yeah, no problem. Hey, that's okay.
Because at the end of the day, it's going to take a while. I mean, we spent over a year and a half basically learning how to stay away from people.
Right.
So yeah, somebody's asking about reservations. We will still need to make reservations. I think that's what it said. Can you pull it up for me? Okay.
No, it did.
Brian Garcia sends $5 and says, "Hello, Katie and Spencer. It's a good day today. We are maskless now.
Oh.
Diana's doing great, and she can't wait to go back to Disney. Love you
good.
guys. Oh, that's such good news.
Please send Diana our best, and I'm glad she's feeling better, Brian.
I feel like the chat would agree with you.
Yeah.
Elizabeth sends $10 and says, the chances of coming into contact with someone who has COVID is slim because of how many people are and are getting vaccinated at this point. I feel ready to go see my home castle with no mask.
I'm
ready to party. Yeah, you are right. That's you have to really look at the risk situation, because
but
it's true.
And that's to say this, even aside from all this stuff happening. Before this happened, I would tell people, assess the risk of any situation that you're in as a human being, as a self-surviving human being. Anything you get into, you need to assess. You need to assess the risk,
right,
and decide on your involvement level, and where you're going to draw the line. And I think that is a good lesson that maybe we learned out of this, for people to hopefully take it upon themselves to be, I don't feel comfortable in this situation. If those people do, to each his own, and but I am going to extricate myself from the situation. I just think that, I've always, like you said, I've always operated like that with the high risk sports that I like to do and stuff like that. I've had to, been just me and my thoughts, and like a mountain and a scary situation, or oversized waves where it's like potential, a lot of risk involved, and you have to take that upon yourself. Nobody's there to help you make that decision.
Yeah, it's kind of like you need to adapt to the world for your situation. The world isn't going to adapt for you.
Right.
It will to an extent. I truly believe that. That's why so many people have gotten vaccinated in the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing amazing.
And
it's fantastic.
Right, and that's the type of situation right there where you have to go out of your way to find access to a vaccination and go to an appointment and all that. That's all very proactive, and
Sorry, your knee kept hitting me.
That's pretty much what we're talking about. And it's great that there is help in areas for people that need it, and protections and things like that. But you really have to assess your own risk.
Be an advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
Be an advocate for your family. But also, realistically look at it, though. You have to really step back and go, okay, is this realistic that I am going to... I mean, here's the other thing. There was somebody I was talking to the other day that said, well, I'm still going to wear my mask. And I just, out of curiosity, asked why, especially because that person was vaccinated. And they said, well, I can still spread it. Okay, that's cool. I get that. So what are the chances of you spreading it, though? So I actually just was curious to ask about it. The other thing was there's this misconception, and I think we've grown comfortable with it, is that we feel like the mask will actually protect us. But remember, the mask is for others. So,
right.
And it doesn't mean you're not a good person because you don't want to wear a mask or whatever. We need that stigma of oh, well, I'm wearing a mask, so I'm a better person than you. No, it's not. It's not. It's your comfort level, and it's how you see it. And if that's okay for you and that makes you happy, then you go right on ahead. And, I think we should support people in how they feel, if they feel different.
One sec. Maria says, I read that we would have to have a negative COVID test before entering the park or reservation. They're basically saying, again, with the honor system, that either you are vaccinated or you have had a negative test. They obviously don't want someone who is infected walking around the park, so they're kind of saying
it's suggested.
Please, it's best remove them. It's best have a vaccination, best have a negative test. Those types of things.
And it's like Spencer said, though, it's the reality is you really need to come to terms with the reality that not everyone will have a negative test. Not everyone will be
for whatever reason
vaccinated for whatever their
lots
reason.
of reasons.
And it's not your business to ask somebody what
Right.
their reasoning. You don't know if they have a disorder or whatever it could be.
Here's a great question. Will cast members have to wear a mask? That I believe they will have to.
Especially for food. I believe it's a food and beverage license situation.
Because of the Cal OSHA thing that is involves the workers.
I'm sorry we're so behind on Super Chats here. JC sends $5 and says, I managed to get tickets and res for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th before prices spiked. I'm so excited to come back and your videos helped me wait for this day. That's so exciting. Thank you. Jamie sends $15 and says, enjoy a Starbucks and walking right down the middle of Main Street maskless. Love you guys. Thank you. That's so considerate and thoughtful. Oh my God. Patrick Bagora.
Well, he's here.
Sends $5. Oh, Katie, I'm not reading this. Such a fine lad and lass. Can't wait to see your fine faces maskless again when you come visit. Oh, that leprechaun has found me.
The funniest thing was that Super Chat was in green.
Girls Guide to the Drugstore sends $5 and says, best remove them. Love you guys.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry if I missed any other Super Chats. I can't get back to them, so I apologize.
We got them all.
I don't think we did, but you keep skimming. So yeah, fireworks should be returning very soon. I mean, I'm very thankful, though, that this mask mandate ended.
Did we get that one?
Oh, no. 408 West sends $5 and says, hi, y'all. Happy to see y'all excited. But guess what? The Valdez family are finally moving to SoCal for good. Love
What's
you.
up?
That's amazing. Cecilia sends $3 and says, 100 degrees in Anaheim tomorrow plus no mask equals perfection.
Yeah.
So true. Michael sends $2 and says, for Walt Disney World, as of right now, cast members still need. Yeah, that's...
we had a feeling about that.
I work at a restaurant and OSHA is saying we need to keep our masks on.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And, it is coming into contact with food. I think in general, that's just a good rule.
Yeah.
Michelle sends $4 and says, I love you both. Thank you.
Love you, Michelle.
Tanya sends $5 and with the high fives. Thank you. High fives back to you. Excuse me. Do y'all think they will add more reservation slots for the park? That was a good question someone asked.
Yeah.
I think they will add more reservations as capacity slowly increases, but do not expect them to just put the gas on and go to 100% capacity. I know that they have the green light to do so.
Right.
That doesn't mean they're going to do that. They have cast members they have to get back to work. We have we still have a gradual reopening of so many attractions and other things, so it's not... Just because they have the green light doesn't mean they're going to do it. They're going to use their discretion, and, that's what they are going to do. Let me see here. Crystal sends $20 and says, I appreciate you stating kind of the obvious, but what people need to hear, the magic was lost for us at the park, and I can't wait for it to be back. By the way, we didn't get to say bye. Oh, it was nice to finally meet you guys. So good to meet you.
Yeah, Crystal, right on.
T Soup sends $15 and says, we're your biggest fans here in Northern California. Oh, my entire family is vaccinated and will be there in a couple weeks, and we will be masked, not just for us, but for others. That makes sense.
That's awesome.
I mean, if that's what makes you and your family comfortable,
yeah,
nobody should be judging or hating or being a butthead to somebody.
And I don't think they will.
That.
I think at a place like Disneyland, and this is my guess from what I've learned, is that people will respect you for that, and I don't think anybody's going to have an issue with it. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Morgan.
Thanks, Morgan.
And I think you're right. Now, just remember the good part is if you are vaccinated, your chance of actually spreading it is so incredibly low. So, don't feel guilty if you're hot and you want to take it off or whatever it may be. I think it's just fantastic, though, that now we have the option. Thank you, PE, for the $5. You're right. No one likes a butthead. The right to choose is best. I'll have a problem showing my vaccination card. Wait, I'll have no problem showing. Yeah, I mean, some people, it's their HIPAA privacy. That's why we have the, Health Insurance and Portability Act?
That's your world. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, so you have a right to that though. So
Yeah.
if that's something you don't feel comfortable sharing, and I'm kind of glad that we don't have to do that, because for some people that's very private. Kenzie sends $5 and says, might have some competition for your biggest fans in NorCal.
Oh, yeah.
Just kidding. Off topic. But what do you do for cardio? I've been boxing. I do high intensity interval training.
She looks like she had some boxing involved there, Kenzie. Did you see
I
that?
did, because you brought it up. I
It's like the old
appreciate you
school
guys
guys
stating
were,
all sides.
Come on. Like, what are you going to do like this? Like, it's better to be
Well, no,
right
I
like
think you
this.
protect. No, you protect.
Oh, because in the
protect
old
your
days they would always
face.
go like this. Come on,
Put 'em up,
come
put 'em up.
on.
No, you protect your face.
Okay.
And then you.
But what's with all the...
I think that's like taunting, maybe,
Oh.
or just moving because you're moving.
I don't know. I don't
Just
box.
joined. Can you do a recap? Sure. Spencer, why don't you give us a recap?
Thank you. So today it was announced by Disney officially that the restrictions in Disneyland, as well as Disney World, I believe,
Yes. We're basically aligning.
we're aligning. Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you, Morgan. We need more food vendors, not only mobile order. Yeah,
We
that
agree.
that
We'll
is
talk
something.
about that in a second.
That's why we were saying though. I don't think they're going to just shoot to 100% capacity.
Right, they got to
away.
ramp that up. So, in regards to the restrictions being lifted, no more social distancing, no more not queuing inside. We're going to be able to queue inside. And the biggest part of it, no masks are required for vaccinated guests or people that are negative COVID test recipients. Is basically the deal. So
Sorry, I
all
have to read
restrictions out the window. Capacity will eventually ramp to 100%. It is acceptable now. Whether that happens or not right away, we don't know. But that's the big update. Really, is the restrictions being lifted, including the part that was on the fence was the masks.
Now,
Boom.
what's going to be fun, though, is we filmed all day yesterday. We went and filmed everything.
Yeah.
So you'll get to see the history. I'm glad we documented that, because we had the gut feeling. When Walt Disney World said June 15th, my brain was like, there's no way.
Why are they waiting?
Why would they wait? There's no
Right.
reason they have to
They're
wait.
waiting. They're waiting for their sister to
The
be like,
sisters are back,
Yeah.
girl. Okay, Kimberly sends $5 and says, do you think Fast Pass / Max Pass and annual passes will come back? Love your channel. Hope to see you guys when I'm there in July. Frankly, I hope that Fast Pass and Max Pass takes a while to come back. I don't miss
it will. I think it will
but it will.
eventually.
Yeah,
I think all of these things will
slowly.
be applied like layers of paint. You know what I mean?
Right. Presley sends $5 and says, this is awesome news. I hope annual passes will come back at some point. Oh, you and me too.
This is the road to that.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
PE sends $5 and says, hey, Spence, miss seeing you at work, but David and I are always looking to run into you at Hungry Bear that time.
Oh, that's right.
Aw. Mariah sends $10 and says, love you, Spence and Katie Bear. Are you going to be in Walt Disney World 9/13 to 9/20? This is for Martini. Oh, Spence at Lamplight. Do you think, I don't know if we're going to be there on those days. Do you think Walt Disney World will do the same? No masks on rides? Yes, they're all going to go the same. Angie sends $5. Thank you, Angie. So yeah, basically what teed us off to this, if you watched yesterday's video, I highly
I like the
suggest
golf
going to
reference
do
there.
that.
That was
Oh,
good.
that was that golf.
Teed us off.
What teed us off yesterday, or not yesterday, but to our conclusion that we said was that Walt Disney World announced a few days ago.
That was the big clue. I was hopeful, but guarded about it, and I was a little nervous about doing our video yesterday because I thought, man,
it's ballsy.
Yeah.
It was ballsy.
It was,
Let's say it like it is. Stephanie
Yeah.
sends $5 and says, will pre-shows be back for rides like Haunted Mansion? Yes, we're going back to normal.
Now-
Like, this is how we get there.
To be fair, Mansion has had their stretching room going.
Right.
Walt Disney World didn't, so I'm assuming they will employ their
But
their
what will
pre-show
be
again.
different in the Haunted Mansion is there's not going to be just 5 or 6 little spaces. They're going to put you in there.
They'll
and
pack the room again.
I mean, maybe not fully packed. Like, maybe there'll be a little. I think it'll just take a little bit of time, but they're not. The social distancing, that's on you. Like, you got to figure it out, man. You got to be an advocate for yourself, whatever.
And if you know,
works.
let's say you know you're going into maybe the stretching room and you're nervous about it, then put your mask on while you're in the stretching room, maybe.
If it makes you feel better, but it won't protect you.
No,
so
but I'm just saying
your best bet is, if you are scared and you are able to, is to just get your vaccine. If you are scared and you are able to, get your vaccine. And you don't, I mean, it takes an anxiety off of you. Again, I'm not telling somebody to make a choice for their life, but I will advocate that if I believe in them, Spencer believes in them, that's just our personal beliefs.
Yeah.
I trust the science, but, I do want to encourage you if that is something, because a mask will not protect you forever. And the best thing you can do is stay healthy, wash your hands, get sunlight, boost your immune system in general.
Yeah.
I know I probably shouldn't be preaching all this, but hey, it's reality and it's what we believe in. Exercise. You do need to boost your immune system. If you think you're going to live in a plastic bubble for the rest of your life, you're gonna be miserable, because when cold and flu season come around, you're going to be miserable. Cheryl sends $5 and says, best news. Yes, I'm your biggest fan in Southern California. I watch every video. Thank you. Love you guys. SoCal. Dang, bold claim. I love it. Cabrina sends $5 and says, enjoy a treat down Main Street. Hope to meet you guys while down there on the 26th this month. Love you guys. Love both you guys are awesome. I love it.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's somebody said, who said that? Metro PCS says, let's be kind to one another, and I couldn't agree more. That's fantastic.
Do you need to show proof? No, you don't.
No.
It is the honor system, and hopefully people are honoring that.
Yeah.
And if I don't know.
So Jeremy,
Victor's here. Victor's here.
Good. Jeremy sends $10 and says, Spencer, Katie, could I drop this super chat for you guys to get something to eat or some kind of souvenir at Disneyland? You sure can.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you. Can kids walk around maskless even if they are not vaccinated? Yes, if they are under 2. Is it under 2 or over 2? Is that what they said?
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that. So yeah, I think they should keep the hand sanitizer station. Yeah, we talked about that in our video yesterday. I encourage you, if you can, go ahead and check out our YouTube video from yesterday. We really went through, we had this gut feeling and we were right. Go through and check it out, because I mean, you will see the relics now that they're going to be, all the plexiglass and all the things we talked about. We really did a thorough discussion in the parks
It's
about
going to
it
be
all.
quite a few dumpsters full of that plexiglass, I'll tell you that.
I'm loving it.
Where are they going to save it, I wonder?
Angie sends, recycle. Angie sends $5 and says, I forgot to add my comment before, LOL. I just wanted to know if sold out dates in June will open up with increased capacity. Now, I think your best bet would be for the days opening up, maybe not so much in June, just because, like I said, they're trying to get back to full steam ahead, and it might not be that. So,
Yeah, 2 and older is the...
must be worn at all times?
Well...
Huh? For guests aged 2 and older, including those who have received a vaccine, which must be worn at all times, except... That's an old one.
Oh, that's an old one. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, what? Geshma Make sends $5 and says, hi, I just signed on. Am I reading this correctly? No masks at Disneyland? Awesome. You did. We are no longer requiring masks indoors, outdoors, eating, drinking, sip and stroll. On your attractions, you don't need a mask anymore. For people that are vaccinated, if you are not, you are encouraged to still wear your mask. It is not required. You have a attestation? I can't say that right. You have to self-attest.
Oh.
And then...
What are you trying to say?
You have to self-attest, and you will need to... what else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, you don't need to show proof. So again, just a self-attest. Amanda sends $20. Thank you for always stressing the importance of respecting people's decisions. Both my daughter and I have had adverse and traumatic vaccine reactions, but still get judged for our choice to refuse additional vaccines. Thank you, Amanda, for pointing that out. I think a lot of people forget that those people exist. I have a few friends that literally cannot get the vaccine for reasons like that. And, that's why I get vaccinated, because I can. And frankly, I would have done the clinical trial for the COVID vaccine, vaccination trials, because I was like, hey, if I'm going to go down, I would rather it be for a good study like that. So if I was able to, I would have done that. But definitely respecting people's decisions. Unfortunately, the politics of it, doesn't matter where you stand. We need to remember that it's people first. People first, people first. respect people, you know. My kids are in the age group 3 to 12. What are the guidelines for that age group? No masks required. Remember, again, I said this a little bit earlier, but kids are not the spreaders of this particular virus. So your kids have the same spreader rate as a vaccinated elderly person. So remember that when you're looking at this, you know, you have to kind of think about that. Kids are not the spreaders of this. They're not the main spreaders. I don't know if I'm saying that in a clear way, but don't worry about the kids being the spreaders. It's adults. It's kind of like, I think the young, like under the age of 20 and stuff with like Spanish influenza, they were the most contagious and spreadable and all that. This isn't that. Right, and kids under 12 can't get the vaccine anyways, as we know. Yeah. But they're not the ones who need it as bad as us. So I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry, I'm like blah, blah, blah. Joshua sends $5 and says, an old West Valley guy like you.
Nice.
Coming back to SoCal to visit family. Hoping to see you guys for a Disney day in August. Drinks on me.
Oh, man, that's so cool, Joshua.
Thank you. Sorry. Chuckster sends $5 and says, greetings from Orlando. Ooh, our sister. Glad things are getting better for you guys in California. Thank you.
From the other Orange County.
Mariah sends $5 and says, Spence and Katie, could you say hi to Gia? Hi, Gia.
Hi, Gia.
She says, bye-bye, everybody, at the end of every video. Aw. Are you guys going to be in Walt Disney World mid-September? I'm not sure yet. I haven't booked that yet. Let me see. Trisha sends $5 and says, David said it was required for kids in his stream. Do you have sources saying otherwise? I hope you're right. Thanks for the update. That's what I read.
Here, I'm going to read it right here.
Okay.
Guests ages 2 and up who are not fully vaccinated must continue wearing face coverings indoors except while dining. So basically they're saying all guests no longer will be required to wear a mask indoors and outdoors. So guests 2 and up, meaning like if you're if you're not fully vaccinated, you must continue. So it's the same
thing.
It's basically...
Oh, wait, but kids 12 and under can't get the vaccine, so I guess that's just kind of confusing. Yeah, till 11 you can't get vaccinated. But that's weird. I don't know. I feel like that might be...
They're just...
You are reading it wrong. I don't know.
It says guests ages 2 and up.
who are not fully vaccinated. They can't be vaccinated, though. They can't physically get the vaccine.
I think they're just covering themselves if that changes.
Maybe.
I don't know. But that's what it says.
Maybe it's going to change.
That's what it says. So
that's a weird one. I feel like Disney's going to get a lot of calls.
But guess 2 and up is us. That's everybody.
Right. So they're saying that, listen, there's everybody, but then there's...
Black stuff on you.
Oh. Okay, listen. If I'm a 10-year-old, I can't get the vaccine.
I'm aware of that. I'm just saying...
So they're saying they will still have to wear a mask. Do you get it?
If you're not vaccinated.
But I can't get the vaccine, so I would have to wear a mask. But does that apply, though? I see what you're saying, though. Like, does that even apply because they can't even get it? Do you know? It's like a double negative. Does that make sense?
They're not asking anyway, so it's like, you know.
It's a double negative, technically. Technically, because they're not even the spreaders in general. So I have a feeling if I was to guess, I think we're overreading it. I don't think guests, it's not algebra, though. No, it is. Technically. Just kidding. I think because they can't get vaccinated and they're not the spreaders, I think medical common sense, you do not need a mask. You know what I'm saying? Katie, you're thinking too hard. No, you're not. Listen.
No.
Like, that makes sense. It makes sense that it doesn't make sense. Geshmik, I can't pronounce that, and I'm sorry, sends $5 and says, what made Disney change their mind so quickly regarding masks? It wasn't a quick decision. The CDC updated guidelines about a month ago, I think it was.
Yeah, from the state.
And we've been needing to get back to normal. Now, a lot of you go like, oh, it's not that big a deal, but maybe you're only visiting the park once or twice, whereas people that are there, it makes it very frustrating. It's very hard. It's hot. The rules are really hard to enforce. People are being mean to cast members. So it is not a rushed thing, and it's not something that they took lightly. and it's something that we need to get rid of quick. You know, it's not helping. It's very hard to communicate. It's crazy. Marcella sends $15, says, this is the best news. I'm going for the first time since March 13th for my birthday on 6/29. Happy early birthday. And I'm going to party with the best of them. And I'm going to go down to the river.
That's brilliant.
That was amazing. Trisha sends $5 and says, do you think they'll actually be yelling at 3-year-olds, though, about wearing one? No, they won't.
No.
I mean, I think it just, the way it's written.
The way it's written confuses you, but all they're saying is guests who are not vaccinated have to wear a mask.
But then if I'm a mother...
And they just put an age limit on it
right.
because they wanted to make sure that people understood, like, from, you know, this age to this age. It's almost like saying, you know, a Rubik's Cube is for children two and up. But do you think a 2-year-old's going to play with a Rubik's Cube, like, for real? It might mess with it, but they don't understand what's going on. I know, but what Spencer's
leaving out right now is that kids cannot, the vaccine is not approved for kids 3 to 11. So what they're saying, though, I think they don't count in this, though. That's what I'm saying. I think they don't count because they can't even get the vaccine if they wanted to. Say I was an 8-year-old and I'm like, yeah, I want to get the vaccine. Not that kids would do that, but say they did. It doesn't matter, though. They can't get it anyway. They're not the super spreaders here. They're not the spreaders. They're not the big carriers.
I think what Disneyland is doing, I think 2 and up has probably been a thing for them for a long time. It has nothing to do with
Linda says
medical.
I'm wrong, but I'm guessing here, and I'm knowing what I know about this virus and what it is.
It's just a way. It's like saying, you know, kids 2 and under get in free. It's like that kind of thing. They're just covering what a guest is. They're not concerned with the medical portion of it. They're just saying, like, you know.
Kids, I know they can spread it, but you have to say versus a 20-year-old unvaccinated person and a 5-year-old, who's more likely to spread the virus?
I think the takeaway is
I'm getting my phone.
All guests 2 and up do not have to wear a mask if they are vaccinated, and that is under the honor system. So there you go. That's it. You take it for what it's worth. It's not that difficult. And I think we're looking a little too deep into it, to be fair, because I'm not sure. I don't think that...
I'm not going to lie, though, because I have Kaylee, though. If I'm taking my niece Kaylee...
But they're not checking, and they're not... It's an honor system thing, so that's why it's a moot point. It doesn't matter. It's like...
Kids have a low transmission rate. Thank you. That's what I've been trying to say.
Right, but that... Regardless, that doesn't even matter. Even if they did, it's like what they're saying is what they're saying. That's all I'm saying.
I know, but say that you have, like, again, so say you have Kaylee who's 5.
Yeah, I get it.
And she's like, so she's going to have to wear a mask and I don't? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what they're talking about. That's what people are like, wait, what? That's what I'm saying. That's why people are so confused with that.
They're not confused. They're saying anybody who hasn't been vaccinated, that's it.
Right, but Kaylee hasn't been vaccinated because she can't be. So kids are still going to be required to wear masks because they can't be vaccinated. That's how it works.
But they would say that, though. I don't think that they're not
saying...
But
Disney should clarify. That is what they're saying. That is what they're saying.
They're not telling you to read between the lines.
Tim says for Spencer to buy an adult beverage and being able to walk around for drinking without a mask.
Thanks, Tim.
Amen, Tim.
No, I think that if they wanted you to understand that, they would have said that. They're not telling you to read between the lines. I really don't think they're trying to tell you to read between the lines here. I don't think they are. I mean, it's nice to think that, but like if there was a steadfast rule about it, they would say it. Because if you're going to enforce a rule, you can't be like, well, it was inferred in parentheses. Like,
well, yeah, exactly.
That's all I'm saying. Like
So kids are going to have to wear masks, technically. I thought no, but now I'm thinking, yes, they are going to have to. It'll be on the Disney's not going to enforce it, though. So now, Adam said, so Disney's now saying best remove them?
Is that on the wheel?
Yeah.
Yes, Adam.
So I guess we'll see, you know, that really does suck for kids.
And by the way, these will be collector's items very soon.
So 2 to 12 will still need to wear a mask. I feel really bad for kids. But it's just going to be like the honor system, kind of like out-of-staters were and the vaccination
That'll be interesting to see because I don't
But the thing is, though, is like, say I see an 8-year-old running around without a mask, I'm going to be like, I know you don't have the vaccine. And that's
And I'm going to be
what it
like,
is.
I don't care.
No, I don't care, really. I'm going to be honest with you. I would be lying if I told you I was worried about kids. And you know what?
I see it all the time with kids running around without masks. It doesn't bother me.
I'm gonna be in trouble for saying this probably, but
Oh,
if
boy.
I had a kid and they were 6 years old and I took them to Disneyland and they didn't want to wear their mask, I'd be fine with it, because I'd be like, you're a low transmission rate, and I'm just telling you the truth. Now, I don't have kids, so luckily for y'all, I'm not the one making the decisions, but I'd be lying to you if I told you I was worried about kids being a high transmission rate. Sorry about it. I'd let them go maskless too, their kids. I'm sorry, but I don't even think, that's just me. Vaxxes for kids are coming soon, though. Yeah, it's true. Stay away from fires. But that's against Disney's rules, Katie. Exactly why I said I would get in trouble for it. So, I just told you I'd be lying. That's me and knowing the science, though, and the virology of it.
Science!
So, Disney is not going to be the mask police, though. I guess what the long story short is, Disney is not going to be the mask police. So, so no masks for rides, no masks for walking around. This is amazing. No mask for indoors, just in transportation.
We can sip and stroll. And let me tell you something. Making that video the other day, I was like, it was pretty hot, and we know that like people are saying tomorrow's gonna be like 100, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
Because yesterday was
Yesterday
so
was like
hot.
in the 80s, and I was like my breath was heating my head up,
It
and
felt
it was just
kind of
like
humid, huh?
yeah, it did, and I'm just like, part of me was like, I did let a little bit of myself go. I can't believe this is gonna be over. I don't have to wear this stupid thing again, and it's
So
actually
be
gonna
nice
happen.
to cast members, because they're still going to have to wear them.
Yeah.
Which is so unfair. But I understand for the food situation, but for cast members like that, so be really nice to them if you can. Isn't Big Thunder transportation vehicle, though? No, so it's going to be all
It's a
like
ride. It's the
indoor.
wildest ride in the
it's going to
wilderness.
be indoor type long things like a bus ride or a Skyliner
Get
ride.
some coffee.
Disney Ortega sends $10 and says, with more people being vaxxed, it's time to best remove them. I mean, it's been a year and the virus won't go away. Thank you. We have to take care of ourselves the best we can. After tomorrow, it's your choice. Love you guys. Amen to that. I love it. Monorail, bus, tram, Skyliner, exactly. Because those are in. So the reason cast members still have to wear them, though, is for Cal OSHA. They're, making the rule on that. What's the vaccination rate in Cali? I want to say we're about half of our population is, and then give or take another maybe 20 to 30% that's actually contracted the virus. So we're sitting pretty good. Philip, I'm sorry I missed your super chat. Can you send it again? Like the message, not the super chat, but the message.
What was Philip saying? I saw that.
I know, I'm sorry, and I can't get back to it, so.
Did you look on the computer?
No. I can't do it. So 72% of adults in California are vaccinated. Dang, that's more than I thought. Fresh Baked David just ended his live stream. Kids wear mask only indoors. Oh, okay, good. This is why we have David.
Yeah.
This is why we have David. Fresh Baked News. We can only do our best. Do you think capacity will be at 100% in July? Absolutely not. I don't think so. Just because Disneyland has the green light to go back to 100%, that does not mean they will. They're still working to get cast members back hired, training redone. Things are a little bit different now. We have to get food vendors and food ordered, stuff like that. So hold on one second. Over 41 states already dropped mask restrictions. So true. Morgan sends $2 and says, will they remove distancing markers in the lines? Yeah, they already started doing it. By tomorrow, this is why you need to go do yourself a favor and watch what we posted yesterday, because we went and looked at everything that was still there, and then when we go back tomorrow, not only will we go to
We'll see what they best removed.
we're going to see what they best removed. We're going to check it all. If you test negative for COVID, you don't have to wear a mask. No, you don't have to. It's on honor system anyway.
Right.
But again, I know I reiterated this a while ago, and I'm going to say it one more time. But just remember, the reality of the world is not everyone's going to be vaccinated, and you don't need to, worry about that so much. It's a matter of just the majority does it. We're kind of protecting those that either choose not to or can't do it.
Gonna be all right.
The Farrow family sends $5 and says, "Hi, honestly, so excited. But what's the procedure? My 4-year-old wears mask indoors, stores, shopped, outdoor, no mask. Excited regardless." I kind of think that's up to you. I think they're encouraging your kids to still wear them, but I think the reality is that's on you. Disney's not going to police that. You need to make the best decisions for your children. And frankly, I would not shame you or feel bad at all if your child didn't want to wear a mask because of the low transmission rate in children. Dem sends $5 and says, Will most of us throw away our masks into the trash like Disney masks, even though they look so cool like Magic is Back masks? I might hang on to a few, I mean, because we will need them for certain things, but the majority of them I am burning in a bonfire.
Just going to have a ceremony.
Oh, yeah. Disneyland will probably be safer than Disney World since 72% of Cali is vaccinated, less than 50% for Florida. You only need about 40%. So, really, you're doing good. Disney Ortega sends $10. Wait, maybe it's 40%. I might have that statistic wrong. Disney Ortega sends $10 and says, "With more people being vaxxed, it's time to best remove them. I mean, it's been a year since the oh, wait, I read that already.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you. I agree with you, Katie. So the reality is it's not just the vaccination status, but people that have actually had it have some form of immunity.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you just need to realize that that's just not going to get to 100%. Now, public health is going to tell you we want to get over to 100%. We want to get. They're going to shoot for the moon so that if they miss, they land among the stars. It's better to tell people. It's better to tell people the very, very worst and do whatever they can to get people vaccinated. But what's 40% herd immunity is 70%. I don't think herd immunity is 70%. Well, maybe it is actually. If you combine. You don't need vaccination status to be at 70%. It's not vaccination. I think it's herd combined. I have to go reread that because I know my numbers.
Depends on what you heard.
Oh, that's funny. No, it's.
Let's not get into numbers if you don't know.
I do want to know, though. It's going to bother me. I'm going to have to do my research today. But the point is, though, don't get yourself too scared. They were saying 60%, 70%, so Cali is basically there. Yeah, I think you're right. There you go. That makes sense. Whatever makes clinical sense, really. Adrian sends $5, says, "Do you think they will open more dining reservations? I want to go for my birthday, July 8th. Yeah, I think you will see those start to, increase as
tables increase, as the
capacity,
workers,
cast members... so I think stuff like that. Will we be able to take pictures next to the characters? So that was announced by Disney World. If you read their initial announcement a few days ago, they said, we want to get character meet and greets back to what they were so our children and adults can hug the characters and the face characters. However, they said it's not something that's happening yet. This is a good comment. Dr. Fauci said, who's the leading epidemiologist, says 80 to 85% is needed, but he also changed his mind and changed his words about 5 times already. He went from 60% to 70% to 80% to 85%. So when somebody moves a goalpost, you need to question what it actually is. And I'm just telling you to question it. Fauci's a brilliant person. And I'm not going to get political here. Very brilliant epidemiologist, virologist, everything. However, you need to...
He's cried wolf a few times.
You can't trust... You have to go to somebody who hasn't changed their mind. Listen to scientists and epidemiologists that haven't went from 60%, 70%, 80%, 90%. Tomorrow it'll be 100%. So that's it. It's a guessing game. The science of the virus keeps changing. Yeah. And that's what it does.
And by the way,
that's natural.
It's not political. We were talking about science and Dr. Fauci.
Science and politics.
But if you perceive that as politics, that's on you. The guy's a doctor, so.
So when are you guys going back? We will be back tomorrow. And somebody asked about 4th of July fireworks. I think there's a very good chance we'll get it.
I think so.
I very, very much think so.
We are vaccinated a long time ago.
Single rider lines should be opening. That's a good question. I very much think it could happen. Listen to Dr. Z. That's a good person to listen to. I would definitely recommend if you have questions. Jeremy sends $5 and says, Katie Spencer, I missed the fireworks. Me too, and Fantasmic, but I realize it's going to be a while on that. What about Magic Kingdom, though? Also Main Street Electrical Parade. I do think it's just going to be a while in general. And again, I don't think it's necessarily a safety guideline type thing. I think it's just the hiring and getting things back, getting revenue back. Laura sends $3 and says, did you guys make a reservation for Oga's? We did.
Yes.
We did?
Okay.
We got them. Yeah,
Okay.
we got reservations. We'll be back there opening day for that. Every epidemiologist has changed their minds. Fauci's not the only one who's been on. Fauci's just the only one that's been on TV for a year. People change, but then you have to take accountability. That's part of science, is saying, hey, I stated this and I was incorrect, where that hasn't happened with that one. So that's why I listen to multiple scientists and epidemiologists. That's just me.
But it's a good point you make about him being the only one on TV, because they do favor certain people in the media nowadays. So that's a very good observation right there.
I listen to a bunch, though.
Yeah.
That's just what I do. You do what's good for you. I have a reservation for Magic Kingdom tomorrow, so coast to coast. Yes, Adam! Love that.
Oh.
I will be on Sunday for the first time, going back since last year. Yes. Are the trams coming back? That's, again, I think, like fireworks and everything, it's a staffing situation. It's not a safety thing. There's no reason we can't sit on a tram. But like Spencer mentioned a little bit earlier, it takes like a few people to run that.
Here's a good question. Downtown Disney also. Yes, I believe so.
What about it?
About the mask thing.
It's Disneyland Resort, so that's all of the property.
All the properties. But I didn't think about that, so that's good that you brought that up. Yeah.
When you bring up, just in the state of California alone, this was announced that, the ways that we're going to have to wear a mask, and it's basically like hospitals, I think public transportation, and a few others. I don't know, because I don't write it off the top of my head. I know Tim said we can also forget about temp checks. Buy temp checks, Leisha.
I'm sick of getting a gun pointed to my head.
Waste of time. Time waster. I mean, it was good during the pandemic, but nowadays with, the pandemic ending, it's a waste of time.
And by the way, can I just say real quick, they were the nicest people.
Yeah, they were.
Cheers to you, temp checkers.
Shout out to Hogue, I think it was.
Hogue was the company that was hired, and they were the nicest folks. They always were.
Nice.
They understood the Disney way, and they executed it very properly. So cheers to you guys.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up, because not only that, but a big thank you to the cast members that helped keep us, they kept stuff so impeccably clean like usual on both coasts.
And the way that they managed the restrictions with the most delicate hand.
He was joking when he said the gun pointed to his head. Geez, take a joke.
Wow.
Tatum sends $5 and says, do you think there will be a whole new fireworks parade or show that will surround The Magic is Back? It would be cool to get something new. Oh, Tatum, I love that. I don't think so. I think if anything new is happening, it'll be at Walt Disney World for the 50th. Alessandra sends $5 and says, will you guys say hello to fans when masks are off? We would say hi to anybody all the time, and we have, especially at Walt Disney World, so yes.
Oh, yeah.
I was hoping you guys were there when I went in May, but next time in the future, for sure. I am late. I'm confused. Does everyone not have to wear masks outdoors, or just vaccinated people? They're encouraging only vaccinated people to not wear your masks.
Yeah.
However, Disney's not policing this.
Right.
It's not their job to do so. They're going on an honor system. It is strongly recommended.
And we back that 100% because it's only fair.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. Now, again, as numbers continue to decline, eventually, I'm sure you won't have to, have every single person wearing them.
Is Nate here? Paging Mr. Morrow is in the house?
Nate! We failed Nate! We tried to meet up with him, and we failed.
I thought about that the other day. I was like,
I did too.
We didn't get to hang out with Nate,
it made
who
me
is
sick.
He's a national treasure.
He really is.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out Paging Mr. Morrow. Or Morrow. I always say Morrow.
And Jackie and him are always together, super enthused, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
If you could be around those two although all of our Walt Disney World, but we're talking about them specifically right now.
Yeah.
If you can be around Nate and not smile,
Yeah.
and Jackie and like Micah and everybody you've seen us vlog with over in Walt Disney World, if you can be around them and not smile,
Yeah.
you have no soul. Because they're the best humans.
They bring a lot of joy and positivity and
the best humans on
interesting
planet
people.
Earth.
They always add to the situation.
I love you, Nate, and I miss making Nate made me laugh so hard the last trip we were there. But we were talking to Justin and Allie, I think it was, and they were like, oh yeah, we parked in the lime structure. And Nate goes, there are two types of people in this world.
Oh yeah.
People that park in the orange structure and everybody else, or something like that. I cried.
Yeah.
I still think about this to this day and laugh my butt off. Nate is the best. One of the best humans. 5.7 Ram sends $5. He says, I'm sure my question is something a lot of people wonder. No one's business. But if you don't mind me asking, how do you guys afford to go so much? Totally no problem answering that. This became our job.
Yeah.
So we earn money here. We have a lot of people that support us on Patreon. Thank you, Patreon members. So that helps feed into the channel and, make decisions.
Yeah.
We also have our super chats that support us a little bit,
Right. But what she's saying is this is how we earn our income.
This is our job.
That money is then put back into the business that this is to keep it going.
And then we also...
Like any business,
Yeah,
so
we also save a lot of money. Calliope sends $2 and says, Spence, where did you get that aesthetic mug? Disneyland.
Disneyland.
World of Disney. Let's go see World of Disney, Tim. Lori sends $5 and says, thank you guys for always being real. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeremy sends $5 and says, are you guys heading to Northern California besides Tahoe? What about the Mendocino coast? I don't know.
It's possible. It's very possible.
Impossible.
Wow.
It's possible. Okay, but by the way, also, if anybody ever wants to know, too, about, a lot of people ask about the finances of, like, how do you afford that? Da, 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 da. We give up a lot of stuff, and I think the fact that we've both... I would love to have children someday. I think you would have loved it, too. But the fact that, like, we don't have kids has really helped us to be able to afford more.
Right.
But then I do have friends that are also able to live the same lifestyle as us with children. But a lot of people, I always recommend, go to a financial planner. They can kind of help you.
Yeah.
But again, I don't want to shame anybody either way. But that's what we do, and it works for us. It kind of helped us. So we've actually put off personal things like having children in our lives.
Yeah.
And that has kind of been, I hate to say that, but it's the truth. I don't want to lie to you guys, and we don't want to ever tell you something that's not true, and that's just what it is. So for those of you that are parents, by the way, I watched something. I know this is so off topic, but you all are freaking heroes, by the way. You are heroes. I called my mom the other day and just told her, or I text messaged her, sorry, and I was like, you're my hero. You're my hero. Like, everything that they sacrifice, it's the most selfless job you'll ever do.
Yeah.
You don't... That's just what it is. But
somebody said, your money, your business. I agree. We were just trying to shed some light because I think sometimes, the product comes off like, we're just cruising and doing our thing, but there's a lot that goes into what we do.
We give up, we go without a lot.
Yeah. And so any chance to get to kind of put some clarity on that for you guys and say, hey, this is a gig, it's a job.
We're thankful for what we do.
Oh, well, we love it.
Yeah.
We work really hard at it, and I don't think that we would have sustained this long without loving it because of the commitment that it takes. And
right,
so,
and I know and we want the product to come off looking, pretty effortless. But the reality is, this is 24/7 for us. Like,
it is.
We don't really have a lot. If you ever see us not post a day, like recently, that was because we just didn't post. We were like, you know what? We just got a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's no joke.
Go
So
back to
Sorry. Mr. Kraft sends $5. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There's another one. Can you go searching? I think I missed it.
There's one right after.
Kimberly sends $50. Thank you, Kimberly.
Oh my gosh, Kimberly.
You're amazing.
You're
Thank
amazing.
you.
That was
somebody
very
said
generous.
tell them more about Patreon. So we have it linked in the description of every one of our videos. But basically what it is there's some people that donate $5 a month, some people donate $1 a month, some people donate $100 a month.
It's the virtual tip jar.
Yeah, I think Adam said that a long time ago, and I have oh yes, I did.
Okay.
And so I have adopted that because I think that was such a good way to describe it. Now he doesn't even have a Patreon anymore, but we're still at that beginning stage where we are still trying to earn, you know.
Well,
so
it really helps keep the channel afloat because, like we just said earlier, we put the money back into it, and therefore going to theme parks, traveling, eating food that we're going to review, all those types of things, it costs money, as you all know. So that's where the Patreon helps drastically, and people who support the channel support it in such a gracious way, and it helps to continue the content. That's the honest to God's truth.
Now, I hate to say it though, we're just not those people. You know, we don't have the resources, time, or extra finances to do a big like Patreon give back. There's a lot of people that are able to, and more power to them, that can do shirts and stickers and this, that, and the other. We don't have that. So that's why I say our Patreons really are the you know, the heroes, because they donate and just get the same videos like everybody else. But I will tell you, if you do nothing and you just want to support our channel, just watch our videos. If you watch our videos, you're a hero. So, you know, I hope that kind of clarifies our financial situation for anybody that was wondering.
Thank you, Johnny. It's not an easy job. That's true. We love it, though. Stevie B says, am I still working at the studios? Not right now. Was
Aaron in here?
I don't know.
I feel like I saw a comment from Errol.
Errol Flynn's in here?
I was reading this. I feel like Aaron...
I don't even think Katie knows who Errol Flynn
Aaron
is.
Perlman was here, I think. Sorry, not Disneyland related, but will you guys be at Walt Disney World for the 50th anniversary in October? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and we almost lost our reservation. Something happened.
Oh, dude. There was some panicky moments in the old Best Life. Beyond
panic.
Realm.
Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, so long story short, we have them back. But
Luis Lopez says, just asking, do you think annual passes are coming? Yeah, I just don't know when. We feel like closer to the end of the year.
I feel like late August, early September. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Panic Life and Beyond, exactly.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, thank you, World of Disney Tim. He was saying Best Life and Beyond Panic. He was saying, please make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Let's see. Did you guys get Ogas? Oh, yeah, we totally did. Hi, Adventures in Magic. Thank you for your hard work. Waking up in Hawaii to the news. Yay! About capacity. They will increase in capacity, but it's not going to be like one day randomly 100%, because you got to remember, we need to get staffing. We have to get food. We have to get stuff ordered. Things are still slowly reopening. Even in July, stuff is still just opening again in Disneyland. So I don't want people to expect like, oh, all of a sudden, but you will see a slight rise. That, again, I'm not 100%,
they're ramping up.
I don't work for the company, but from what I've seen and what I know, you know. Tim, I'm out of here, friends. Hope to see those maskless faces tomorrow. Yes, you will. Did you match your shirts today on purpose? No, I actually just came from the gym, from my workout.
And I scrambled. I wasn't wearing a shirt when I decided to, as she brushes me off, and when I decided to do this live, I had to run and put a shirt on real quick, and this is the first thing that was in the stack, so.
I called him. What kind of Hoka shoes does Spencer wear? He wears the Challenger ATRs, I think is what they're called. I hope I'm right.
I think you are.
Debbie sends $10 and says, I'm so happy y'all made my year. Thank you so much for your great videos. We can't wait to go back to Disneyland very, very soon. Yay!
That's a good point she makes. She just made me think, Debbie's comment made me think about how far we've come and when this all started and where we're at now. And I'm really, it's interesting to look back on that now from these eyes and because it's been a lot of steps getting back. It was like it all happened in one fell swoop, but then getting it all back took this incremental little like you get a little bit more,
We're
and
like
now
climbing.
it's really interesting how it's like saving money. Like it's really hard to save money. It takes years, but you could spend it all in 1 second. You know what I mean? It's like it's so weird.
I love that someone's like, Hoka needs to sponsor you. I know. How can we make that happen? Hoka? I'm gonna call them and be like, listen, come on. I'm not the sponsor type girl, but I would get sponsored by Hoka in a second and promote them because I actually believe in the product. So like, Hoka, find me, call me. Maybe I need to send them an email every day, like in Shawshank, like send a letter every day.
Yeah.
Hoka, listen. They're gonna be like, we don't sponsor anybody, but you will. Danielle sends $5 and says, this is Danielle and Andrew. Oh, we met you at Wilderness Lodge.
That's right.
Oh,
What a
we
trip.
can't wait for you to cover the 50th. We hope to see you when you're back. You guys are the sweetest. We still have our photo we took.
Yeah, we had a
were gonna
great
do a big
conversation.
collage. Yeah.
That was a fun time. That was really
I wish we would have posted all those
cool.
photos.
Memories.
Chuckster sends $5 and says, I am starting my Disney World vlogging channel October 1st. Congratulations!
Nice. Very good.
You guys are a part of my inspiration to try my hand at vlogging, and I hope to meet you guys. It's a lot of work, but so
You got this, Chuckster.
Brandon
you.
Wong sends $2 and says, any words at Universal? Yeah, they are also doing the same thing.
Same thing at Universal, yeah.
You guys totally need sponsors. I know, right? I wish. Stephanie sends $5, although I've turned down so many, but I have to believe in the product. Sorry about it. Stephanie sends $5 and says, thank you for your support with Pride Month. Allies forever. Made my wife and I love you both even more for your last video. Thank you. Oh yeah, Spencer had the best thing. What did you say? You were
Well, it was in reference to the colored tier system, which we've called a rainbow, because it kind of had the colors of a rainbow, starting with purple and then red and then I don't know. We called it a rainbow, but I said because the restriction thing is going away and the little color code thing is going away. Said the only rainbow I'm concerned with is the Pride rainbow.
Heck
This month being that it's Pride Month, and take away that other rainbow and give us the real one.
Yeah, we don't want your Kalosha rainbow.
They were missing colors.
Tears.
It was just not.
It just wasn't great.
No.
Oh, I love it. Neil sends $5 and says, I loved the welcome East Coast people gave to you on your first trip. Us too. We're so thankful. Anik, follow all. You must make a yearly anniversary and vloggers be there. Dude, that would be sick.
Where?
To Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
Gary sends $5 and says, hey, Katie and Spence, hope you're having a great day. Huge love from the UK. Say hello to Patrick to me.
Big love across the pond, y'all.
Love it. I love it. Okay, sorry. We're so behind here. Okay. Everyone should respect everyone's decisions, whether you wear a mask or not. People have their reason to not judge, and don't judge people for that. Amen to that.
Totally.
Will you guys attend Walt Disney World Boo Bash 2? We're going to try. We are going to try. We are very much going to try, but it's a lot of money for how little it's going to be, but at the same time, it's historic.
You always have to multiply that by 2 for us.
Right, it's historic, so we definitely want to document it. We're going to do the best we can. If we can get tickets, I think tomorrow we can book it. So for anybody who's just getting in, the information it's live on Disneyland's website.
Yeah.
But the big news is that restrictions will all be gone. Everything you saw, dude, yesterday's video that we filmed, if you go to our channel, we were 100% right. So that will give you your best information.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm proud of us. Go us for reading between the lines.
That's right.
That was a heck of a guess. We had no inside information.
And as Adam would say, it's
Everybody
documented for posterity.
Yeah, there were so many people that you guys knew. I was like, how the heck would I know? Like, I don't think anybody really knew.
I was a little nervous posting that video.
I was so nervous. I was like,
because I thought we really got ahead of ourselves.
We made a bold.
It's the only one that we've actually gotten right this year, because we've been
wrong,
hinged on a lot of decisions, and then they would just fall, and we'd be like, oh.
But the thing is, though, it did make sense to me. I'm sorry, but why would Walt Disney World wait till June 15th? It just made sense. Amy Clark sends $20 and says, thank you so much for the Hoka recommendation. You're welcome. I saw my doctor for my plantar fasciitis, and he was wearing them. And was wearing them. Oh, she said, good job. Those are the best. Here's a little money towards your next pair. Oh, dude. You don't know how much I appreciate that, and I'm happy
supporting from the ground up.
Supporting your support.
That's from the ground up.
Supporting your support. We send Mariah sends $5 and says, Katie, could you do more Trader Joe's hauls videos?
That's a good idea.
Maybe I'll try. They're just not my. They're not my soul anymore.
Help me,
you know?
I'm poor.
Help me, I'm poor. I love Brides. By the way, if you don't know what that's from, it's from Bridesmaids. We're obsessed with it. Cutie Pie Caden sends $5 and says, "What's up, guys? Is there a strategy to get dinner reservations on the app? I'm visiting 25 through 29th, but can't get any reservations for those days. So I encourage you to keep checking. The minute they're available, I try to book it, and if I can't get it, I usually wait till like a couple days before because people tend to cancel, or the day of people tend to cancel. Unfortunately, there's no real strategy, but I do think that you'll start to see more become available as capacity slowly begins to increase to get back up to that 100% level. Katie, will you please do a Get Disneyland Ready With Me and Makeup video? You know, I really need to do that. I feel like I would want to do it on a live stream though. I hate to say that.
It'd be a funny vlog though, because we could cut back and forth to me getting ready and then
I know
you
you
getting
sitting
ready.
there like dee, dee, dee.
Yeah.
Actually, you're usually editing or
right, but it takes me like 15
Spencer
minutes.
doesn't often sit around and do nothing. Like it's very rare that he does that. That's like Adam's like that too. He doesn't just sit around and do nothing. Dylan's like that.
Although
David, you guys are all very alike in that way.
I did take a solid day off of 24 hours of doing nothing, and it was kind of cool. I literally
and we separated too. Like he went to Malibu.
Yeah.
I was in Orange County.
Breaking news.
I went and saw. I did my thing. We took a day and just did our own thing. We didn't talk, and it was nice. Like it was really nice. I think it was like very good for us.
I ate a lot of cheese.
I know you did. See, that's what worried
No,
me the whole
I didn't.
time.
I'm kidding.
Like,
I'm kidding.
I was like, he's probably just having margaritas and cheese.
Although it would have been a great day. No, I had some sliced turkey.
Oh, I was so worried about you. I kept like thinking in the back of my head. I remember I was like, you know, I went to go see Kaylee and stuff, and I was sitting there going like, oh, I remember I told Henry, I was like, I feel like Spencer's just eating cheese and margaritas, and I worry about him. He's not taking his vitamins. Like, oh, I get so worried. But yeah, that was really nice though. And then when you came back, didn't it because you came to Orange County, and we were just like, oh, this was great.
Yeah.
I loved it. It makes you appreciate that person even more.
Yeah.
Cheryl sends $5 and says, Hoka and Topo Chico should sponsor you. And Grillos. Oh, okay, there's a new pickle
Hoka Chico.
There's a new pickle I want to try, but it is, they don't ship. Well,
it's a new
would
brand?
have to. Yeah, it's a new brand, and he's at the farmer's market.
Don't tell Grillos.
Dude, well, I'm open to all pickles. I'm not
boy.
I'm not pickle, what's the word? Pickle picky? I'm not picky at pickles. Tristan sends $5 and says, good morning, Monday, since your live stream is this morning. Oh, I love that. You're welcome for the new name of this live chat.
Good morning, Monday.
Jeanette says, I work for TSA and bought Hokas because of y'all.
Oh,
and
good.
now my coworkers all wear them too. Best shoes ever. Oh my gosh.
Wow, we're going to show up at TSA
give me a call.
and be
I'm
all...
going to email them every day. I'm a pickle freak. I am too. Janelle!
No way.
Yay, so happy I made it to a live stream. You guys are amazing. Janelle, you're amazing. Not only are you the prettiest girl ever.
And if you don't know who lovely Janelle is, that is one half.
Oh, they know. Oh, they know. Anybody who
that is one half of
Disney
Magic
fan
Journeys,
knows.
and she is in the house. One of our favorite channels of all time, and two of our favorite people
I
of all
will
time.
say though, very difficult to watch when you're on a diet. So I told, I was telling somebody, I was talking to somebody the other day. I probably told you too, Janelle, but I was like, I had to just like let some of your videos play and like turn around and look, look because I got so hungry. It was not fair. I was like, but really though, like the camera work, gorgeous. You know, just seeing Janelle looking like her best and being gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
You know, Miguel rocking it. You two are the best.
I love him. He's great. He cracks me up.
So yeah, if you're not watching Magic Journeys, who even are you?
They're really funny. They have a great sense of humor.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah, good peeps.
You know, again, like I think we talked about this on a live stream on What's Happening Wednesday is like, you know, we're very fortunate that, you know, we have so many amazing friends through Disney that we get to hang out with at the parks and outside of the parks.
Yeah.
And, these people that if you ever see us collaborating with or hanging out with, know that they're just like so amazing and just the same people, if not better. Like, just the best people that you see and you're like, oh my gosh, these people are awesome. You're right. They are awesome in person.
Who was it? Who was it that said they love their slow motion shots? Yeah.
Ugh.
That it's so true.
I feel like they go down with Dylan as some of the best B-roll people ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh yeah,
the best.
AE says all I watched today is Disney and Vegas bloggers. Oh, I watched
Ooh,
some Vegas stuff today.
Our
I was
Mackenzies are our favorite.
Yeah.
Dale and Paula Mackenzie, the best.
Yeah.
We love them. They are so
They've got a new
fantastic.
video out right now, actually. You got to go watch.
Is it food, though?
Yes, it's food.
I saw the thumbnail and I was like, no. Ugh. Okay, let's see.
Oh, this is interesting. So, Marcella, thank you for the
Oh,
$5.
sorry. Okay.
She says, Spencer, if you two ever head up here to Ventura, take a detour to Ojai and go to Agave Maria's best Pixie Tangerine Margaritas ever.
Spencer.
Marcella, I was literally 2 or 3 days ago, we were talking about places to go, and I mentioned Ojai to Katie.
You did.
So now that I know they have a Pixie Tangerine Margarita.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble.
I gotta go.
Okay.
No, that was my Dylan.
That was Dylan. I gotta go.
And then he does the...
Somebody asked what B-roll is. It's basically when you're talking or doing a voiceover and you're showing a product or a
better explanation
place.
for it is the A camera is like this right now.
Wow, you're smart. I didn't think
Well,
about
I'm just
that.
going to explain it so people understand. A camera is the main camera like this. Now, if we were to say, hey, check out this new churro, and we cut to a shot of the churro, that would be the B-roll. That's the,
Right.
It's a shot we got outside of this shot that we add in over us talking. And so it's the B footage.
So our favorite B-rollers, I would say, is as far as food and atmosphere and stuff goes to Magic Journeys, and then coasters and park views. I think Dylan has such a good eye for that. He's like the most coaster passionate
And he's like a human
person.
gimbal.
Yeah, he's a human gimbal.
Now, a gimbal, if you're not familiar, is the thing that holds your phone or your camera that keeps it smooth. It's on like a gyro so that you hold it on a stick. You see a lot of live streamers carrying them. Dylan doesn't use that. And if you watch his footage, you're like, how did he get that shot so smooth and perfect? And I see him do it. I've watched him, but he's got that skill and that eye.
Especially with a coaster, though. Like, a coaster will be just, and he's like,
Yeah.
it's like, what?
Yeah.
Somebody sent something. Sorry, Mariah sends $2, says, pickle picky, say that 5 times fast. Pickle, 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 pickle. I can't.
See?
Somebody said Disneyland's mask policy, they're making a mistake. So what I would say to that is, first of all, we have to go forward. We can't stay a mask forever. You can, though.
But that's their opinion.
And that's, but my point of it is where I'm going is that's your opinion. And the good part is, though, you can maybe, if you don't feel comfortable yet, I would say maybe don't go to the park right now.
Right.
Wait until you're in a more comfortable position.
Yeah.
And then you could. Because remember, the world isn't going to adapt to you. You need to adapt the world to what works for you. And if the world does do things to adapt for you, that's fantastic. We can't expect, though, that the world is going to just do what you want because, whatever. It just doesn't work that way. You have to be your best advocate and be thankful when somebody else is,
and
adapting for you.
In a society that we have, it's like majority kind of rules. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's just how it seems to work. So what is this cute little emoji? Juliet sends $5. That is
Juliet,
so
the ballet
cute.
mom. That is cool.
Oh, that's cute. Wonder if they will have cavalcades. Oh, for sure. I think, again, it's all just staffing. I think when it comes to food options, when it comes to fireworks, pyro, shows, trams, when it comes to all these things, remember, it's subject to cast members, and we're getting there. We can't just go to 100%, boom, 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 boom. It's not a safety as much anymore. It's really not. Like, that's what it is.
Somebody was asking what I'm doing when I look away. My computer is over here, so I'm looking at comments on the computer.
Hopefully Bootstrappers will be back very soon.
That would be cool.
I miss the Bootstrappers. And the fact that we got to watch them on the Columbia before the shutdown.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do you think we're getting a Oogie Boogie Bash 2021? I don't think so, because I think financially Disney,
I don't know though. Who's to say? I mean,
but I don't know. Again, I'm taking a guess. What does that say? Majority rules, unfortunately. Dude, such an American thing to think. We are American.
Yeah.
Is that bad? Is that bad to be American?
That's kind of what the Democratic Society is based on, right?
I mean, I thought.
Yeah,
is
the
it bad
majority
that
rules.
we're American? I'm actually proud to be an American.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's great.
It's like stating the obvious.
Someone said their rumor about Christmas parades being the first to come back. Dude, good rumor. I love it. Oh, you said un-American.
How so?
How is that un-American? Let us know.
If a majority votes on something and it becomes something,
Isn't that how we vote our president?
isn't that how America? I don't know.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just curious, though. Explain that. No, being American is good. Fast Pass is back or only virtual? I feel like we're going to see a lot more virtual standbys. I really do. I really, really think that that's something they're going to try and do just to alleviate, for instance, even though we can have indoor queuing in for Pirates, it still isn't going to take away, because when it's busy, it takes up a lot of space in New Orleans Square. Let's see. Spence said, unfortunately, in regards to majority rules. I think that he meant, unfortunately, as in, if you don't like it, it's unfortunate for you.
Right.
That's what he meant.
Yeah.
So, I guess, have they changed any procedure for disability? My son has autism.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think all of that stuff has been in place since the reopening.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'll have to look into that a little bit more. But, what's the best way to get a reservation for Blue Bayou? Wait until the capacity starts to increase a little bit more. And if you can't get it, I always say try to go the day of and hope for a cancellation. That would be your best bet.
Ireland says the app still says there are masks. Yeah, today.
Yeah, this was just announced.
Tomorrow, no longer.
Yeah.
So that's what that's
Sarah
about.
sends $5 and says, so happy to ditch the mask. Woohoo. Yeah! Boo Bash does have a cavalcade. It does.
Yeah.
But I think the reason a lot of people are a little bit about the Boo Bash is because we're used to having Boo to You, which is a very long, very detailed, amazing Halloween parade that they normally have at Walt Disney World and Magic Kingdom for their Halloween parties. So I think that's why people are like, I don't want a cavalcade. I want what I remember. But again, I think it comes down to, finances and staffing. I don't think it's necessarily a health precaution,
There was a few comments about teaming up tomorrow with
people.
With people. I don't know who's going to be around, but we love doing that.
Yeah, if we're ever around and other vloggers want to hang out and whatnot, we're good as long as it's a channel we like.
What does that mean?
What if they were like a channel I didn't like? Like there is a few out there that I'm seeing, like I see stuff I don't agree with. Sorry about it. Don't be clickbaiting. Are you guys going back to Oga's Cantina? Heck yeah, I got resis. Do you think Goofy's Kitchen will come back? I like to think so.
Yeah.
I think we might get something like even more awesome, but that's just my thought because Disneyland Hotel is going through some pretty hefty reservations. So I think we could get lucky.
Alessandra sends $5 and says, can you say hi to my dog? Her name is Roxy.
Hi, Roxy.
Roxy, come here. Hey, Roxy,
Come here, Roxy.
come here.
Forced to leave Disney was total clickbait. What? I didn't see that one yet, but I believe it's out there. There's crazy stuff out there that I'm just like, no, sorry about it. Bus driver sends $5 and says, any news on Knott's Universal or Magic Mountain? They are all going to be doing the same thing.
Bye, Alex. Thank you.
What? What did he say? Oh, gotta go, you guys. Oh, bye. Punch the clock. I love that. I was like, why'd you just randomly say bye? Is the jelly plate that they sell at Oga's Cantina non-alcoholic? So in Walt Disney World, they had an alcoholic one, and then they had a non-alcoholic one.
Yeah.
Now, over on the Disneyland side, I don't remember seeing an alcoholic version of the Oga's Obsession, but that doesn't mean it might not exist when they come
That's true. I never
back.
thought about that.
Yeah. That was something I paid attention to because that is like my favorite.
Yeah.
Is ordering food difficult at Disneyland? Right now, it is the worst. It is
Yeah.
terrible. It's
Yeah.
making people very miserable, frustrated, and upset.
Well, because I think the mobile ordering system is being overwhelmed
Well, not only
because
that, but yeah,
it's
it's
having to do
staffing.
well, it's having to cover such a broad basis. Like everybody has to order that way pretty much for most things.
Yeah.
And I think the personnel, I don't know if they have enough people. I don't know if
It's so much. It's
just
food
become
availability.
it's become the thing that has
Yeah.
really upset a lot of people,
Oh,
and
yeah.
understandably, when you're hungry or thirsty, it's like you want to be able to like
And
get
a lot
something.
of people don't know that you can bring your own food or drink or anything, especially
Well,
in a pandemic
I also think
situation.
that you're probably right about that, but I also think that people sometimes they want to experience what the park has to offer because it's fun to get
Yeah.
a corn dog. It's
You
fun to get a
go for the
churro.
Dole Whip,
Right.
right?
I mean, major part of the experience nowadays is food. And
Right.
do you remember? It wasn't that long ago that Disneyland's food wasn't as diverse and grand as it is. It used to be very basic, and they did a big expansion and made it.
But it was still so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the thing is, though, again, like we said with the tram, the fireworks, the shows, all these things, it's not a safety thing anymore. It's a fact that they're trying to get back to normal operations. So in the meantime, maybe if there's one thing you really want, maybe that's a churro, maybe that's your thing. But maybe bring your food, So
Here's a
that's
great
something.
question from Lori saying, "Is Adventures Campus still a queue based on the social distancing thing going away and having a capacity issue?" I wonder.
I think so. It is. I think so.
Will we
because
be able to freely roam in there?
I think it is, though, because in general, again, not COVID restriction wise, but it's a very small place, and they don't want people literally wall to wall because they will do it. That's the reality. It's
We'll
human
see, though.
nature.
I'm curious. That's a good question, and I
I
don't
think it's
know.
going to die down. That's what my guess is. Based on everything I've seen at Disney, I don't think it's a COVID thing. Cassia sends $5. Thank you. Yes, bring plenty of water. Do you know if Universal Studios is doing ID checks? No, they're not. It sucks because it makes you feel like everything is on a schedule. Yeah, it's very frustrating, and it does suck.
I guess going back to that, Galaxy's Edge, before the world broke, you had to get a res to get in there for a little while. So maybe they'll leave it up just until it dies down. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just going to be until it dies down.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did Universal and Knott's remove the mask mandates as well? Yes, they did. Knott's, I don't think officially said something yet, but I think everywhere else did. Any word on Legoland? They likely will be following suit. I think every theme park in California wants to get rid of them as soon as possible. Not for the fact that it's like, oh, they just want to, defy order. It's not that. It's very much a hassle. It's very stressful. It's stressful on guests. And the CDC, all the, the WHO, all the, it's cleared to be there. So they want to get rid of it.
Johanna says, not sure if you answered this, but is mobile ordering still a thing? Yes, it is.
Hopefully it won't be as strongly encouraged once capacity goes up.
Maybe it'll
and
be
once we have
back
the
to a
cast
mix,
members.
where it actually benefited you. If there was a long line for somewhere and you could mobile order it and it actually benefited your process.
Yeah, which again, I would much rather stand in a 45-minute line than do a mobile order sometimes. So that's just me being honest. It's very hard on cast members. Any word on capacity for Disneyland? What was that covered? They are cleared to go to 100%. They are 100% clear to go, but that doesn't mean that they're going to. They are going to take their time because we still have to get staff. We have a lot to do first. Any news on Classic Afternoon Tea? No word on that yet. I think everything with Disneyland Hotel is going to be slow coming. Within the month of July and August.
Ethan was asking if you need a mask on rides. No, you don't.
Nope.
As of tomorrow. Today, you're going to need to. If you're there today, you're having to follow the rules.
If you're vaccinated is what they're encouraging. Again, they're not checking your vaccination status. They can't do that. You're on you have to do a self-attest. I am vaccinated or I have a negative COVID test. What hotel near Disneyland would you recommend? We don't stay in the hotels near Disneyland, so I'm not your best person for that. I can only go off of what people have recommended, but even then, I can't give you a you know, we only stayed at like the JW Marriott. That was kind of new. We've seen a few of them. I've had friends stay there, but
Yeah.
we're locals, so we're not the best.
Adam
People
has
for
a
that.
whole series of that he did last summer of staying
Yeah.
in a bunch of hotels. If you go to Adam the Woo,
So, but if you're a family, if you have kids, you know, again, we still can't even comment on that because we wouldn't have the best advice for that. So I apologize. I wish I had a better answer for you. You know, but a lot of people recommend. You know, I would say Disney groups are really on Facebook. They tend to have a lot of good hotel information.
well, Alessandra says she stayed at the Anaheim Hotel, loved it, very modern, 60s and retro.
I heard a lot of music at the pool when we walked by one day.
Sounded like a fun pool the other day.
But if you want a quiet, so that's why I said it
depends on what you want.
Hojo, I heard, is good, especially for kids.
Right.
But again, I don't want to recommend something to you because if I haven't stayed there, like if you loved Anaheim Hotel, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't have told me about the music, and if I'm trying to take a nap at 2 p.m. and that's what I'm hearing, I wouldn't like that. So
depends on
that's
what you're
why I
looking
said
for,
we
yeah.
haven't stayed there, so I can't give you a personal recommendation. But I would say a lot of people in the chat maybe link up with some of them and that have had their experience and see what it is you like. I like quiet. That's what I like.
Cinder freaking Rella says, just got here. What did I miss? Well, the restrictions at Disneyland are going to be lifted tomorrow, starting tomorrow. The distancing markers gone. The wearing the masks.
Everything we covered yesterday, we were right.
We were dead on.
So go watch that video. Do yourself the best favor ever because we were right. So, you know, you'll
give us
be
a
able
thumbs
to
up
see.
for that. We were right. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. We actually got it.
Yeah.
That's shocking. Very shocking.
We don't always get it right, but when we do,
we're good.
We're good.
Anaheim Majestic is our favorite hotel. Okay, yeah. See, a lot of you guys have fantastic hotel recommendations. Someday maybe we'll do stays at them so that we can, you know, firsthand give you an idea. And I also didn't want to stay at them during the pandemic because it wasn't normal operations or very close to normal. So I couldn't give you the best.
Alexis says Candy Cane Inn is nice. We've heard good things about Candy Cane.
Heard a lot of good things. Yeah.
It's literally right behind Radiator
Lot of people
Springs.
like any hotel that's walking distance.
Yeah. Because you got your harbor side hotels, which are really close to the harbor gate. You've got some on Catella. There's that new one. What is it? The Westin?
I don't know.
The one that's over kind of behind the Incredicoaster.
But again, what you're looking for is it could be so different, you know. Fairfield Inn. See, I've heard good things and bad things about all these things, so I can't.
Yeah.
I just don't want to steer you down the wrong path. Parking is $25 at Disneyland.
Yep.
And they'll be opening the Toy Story lot on the 18th, I think it is, of June.
Oh, Eric says the Westin. Yeah, it is the Westin. Yeah, I was right.
Yeah. So,
right again. Wow.
What does it mean to self-attest? It means that if I want to come into the theme park, he's working, and I say, hey, Spencer, you know, I'm here for my thing, and I'm not wearing a mask. You're basically, by not wearing your mask, you're basically saying it's the honor system. I have my vaccine, or I have...
It's like a self-admission. You are basically
by
saying...
By not wearing it, you're consenting, this is, you know, whatever. So that's how it works. We always stay at the Best Western. Okay, cool. So is Toy Story parking still vaccine lot? No, it's been...
Negative.
It's been gone for a couple months now. Do you think Disneyland will be busy in September? Totally. 100%. I think we're going to see a lot more people by the time summer gets in. Summer is one of the best money makers for Disneyland, so I think we're really going to see, and then this summer, especially after people have been locked down, they're going to be going for it.
Yeah,
so
they already
I think it's going to be, and we need to make up for, Disneyland they were unnecessarily, and I'm sorry to say it, but they did not need to be closed for an entire year. And you can disagree with me, agree with me, that's your right, but they did not need to be closed an entire year, in our opinion. So I think they have to make up for a lot of the time that, you know, they could have safely reopened a lot earlier than they did. But so now we have to make up for that, basically. So, you know, I think they do a very good job with safety. Like I said, I feel safer at Disneyland than I do anywhere else that we've been. And
Oh
we've
my
traveled.
gosh, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. You guys are amazing. Wow, that's very extremely generous of you.
That's an amazing donation,
goodness.
Michelle. We thank you for that.
Dang. That is baller status.
Wow.
Wow, thank you. Geez. Are
know, that
trams
stunned me.
back, or do you still have to walk? You do have to walk. You could park at Toy Story and take the bus in, but you will need to wear a mask. You will need to wear a mask, and you do have to pay $25. But if you don't want to take a bus, you can park in Mickey and Friends and Pixar Pals. You do have to pay, and you do have to walk. So, you know, it's kind of your choice there. What about Universal Studios Hollywood? They are dropping the mask mandate as well. Pretty much the same thing as Disney. Any guesses when the tram will return? Again, I think it just comes down to staffing. I think once they have the availability and once they have the certain amount of guests, they always have to make this threshold of like, are we making enough profit so that we can pay, these cast members? I do think it's not if you had a list of priorities that Disney has to get reopened, I don't think the tram is very high up on the list. I think they're doing the best they can with what they can do with minimal output financially and staffing wise, and therefore the bus takes one bus driver versus 3 or 4 people to operate a tram. So again, if I were Disney and I knew I only had so many funds, so many cast members on my team, I would say, okay, I would much rather have more food and dining options for guests that are paying rather than them, being able to not walk. So that's what I would say. I think it's just a matter of time. My guess, if I had to guess, when would the tram reopen? Maybe I'd say fall. I would say fall, just at the rate we're going, but I could be wrong.
Anthony says, can you walk and eat, or do you need to, will you have to be assigned to? No, I think you can walk and eat.
You can do anything.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything in the park. It is back to normal as far as
you
as
can
far
eat
as
a
we're
churro
concerned.
to your heart's content while doing a jig through Adventureland. I mean, you can,
Debbie sends $5, says, oh my goodness, this means the monorail will be back. Yay, I'm so excited. Yeah, I wonder when. Again, it's just a matter of time. Everything's going to slowly, I think by the time we're into 2022, we will be back to normal in California. The Walker Chronicles sends $5, says, we can't wait to see everyone's beautiful unmasked smiling faces again. Same here. I can't wait to hug people. Will you guys be there tomorrow? You bet. We will be there mid-afternoon and probably stay till closing, or well, probably something like that. So people are going to look so weird without masks. I know I feel weird. When we were at Walt Disney World, I felt that way. Is the train going to be functioning normal now? Yes, we covered that in yesterday's video. So I've said this a few times. I sound like a broken record, but go check out yesterday's video. I will link it for people that are watching the replay. If you've made it this long, dang. I'm going to make sure I link it in our description box below, but go watch our video from yesterday because now we have it all documented.
Yeah.
Sweet Brown Sugar sends $5 and says, I don't get excited like I used to about going to Disneyland, especially how Disneyland is behind curtains, but watching you two gets me excited again. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that we give you any sort of excitement and happiness. Neil sends $5 and says, greeting from ABQ. Albuquerque?
Yeah.
My wife and I are so excited to be able to take our 4 boys to Disneyland. Time to save. Oh yeah, get it. Yeah. It's worth it. Mobile order will never go away. No, it won't. But will it be our primary source? Probably not. It's going to start to go away. So you guys, we are going to wrap this up. We have a lot to do for the rest of our day. We have to prepare for tomorrow.
We do.
Let's see. Dylan's new theme park obsession video on Velocicoaster in the Florida rainstorm is awesome. He's getting good. Love that. Thank you. Go check it out. You know, the thing I do want to say before we go, since you brought that up about the Velocicoaster and somebody like Dylan, Dylan is the most passionate and educated roller coaster ride theme park enthusiast out there. He literally is a theme park obsession. And I think that it's fantastic that somebody like him, I don't know if he had that like special media thing on that day. Did he?
He deserves it if he didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's what I think is very like, so please go support channels like that literally are diehard How
Yeah.
many videos has how many videos has Dylan done on the Velocicoaster before it even opened? I think
Yeah.
he's done at least 8. He is constantly talking about it. He explained all the mechanisms and mechanics of it to us.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
he's a true coaster enthusiast.
and
I
that's
mean,
what drives me wild, though, is
Yeah.
that there's times when the media doesn't recognize people like that. You know, so please, the best thing you can do is go support channels like that who are absolutely, thoroughly passionate about those things.
Yeah.
And go support. Please
because
do.
we don't do those death-defying
No.
rides, and
We'd be lying if we did.
yeah, we don't front like that. But
No.
Appleman, thank you for the donation. I don't want to be back to DL till all is open. I get you there, dude.
Yeah. So
Totally get you.
so yeah, that's the best thing we can say. I'm glad I got to rant on that. Dylan is a phenomenal creator. Yeah, he takes it
Oh, yeah.
very seriously and works very hard, and we love him dearly, like a brother.
Yeah.
So you guys, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much. Thanks for allowing us again to be authentic and real with you.
Yeah, this is great
We
news.
appreciate that.
We're glad you could be here for this announcement, because starting tomorrow, best remove them, and Disneyland is one step closer to being back to where it was before the world broke. We're getting there. We're making good steps, and thank you for joining us.
This is how we do it.
And make sure on the way out to hit that thumbs up. It helps us a lot.
And go watch yesterday's video.
Yeah, yesterday's prediction video. We nailed it. We called it.
Dude,
and,
everything. You got to watch all the way to the end.
Yeah, it's really cool. And we will see you guys for the next vlog tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye, everybody.